came from BANDCAMP. It came from BANDCAMP. Anybody can upload anything they want to BANDCAMP. It came from BANDCAMP.
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. Bet you thought you'd never see one of these again. Yes, it's time for another episode of It Came from BANDCAMP, where I go over a series of releases that are currently weirding me out or making me scratch my head or even scratch my chin on the BANDCAMP platform. Because, you know, you could pretty much upload anything onto there, and as a result, there are interesting results. Let's ease ourselves into this new episode of It Came from BANDCAMP with a new release from Smoker's Lung Sandwich, The Internet Died. It's a single 19-minute track created by Leah Cozart, Lyle Bernstein, and Ephraim Cooper. Ray William Johnson's head is on the cover with like he's in a coffin. With a minion? The description says, Smoker's Lung Sandwich, play freely improvised noise music, we're from Long Island. That's about it. All right, let's do it. Let's try to pop a little deeper into this and see where this progresses. Well, they definitely do deliver on the noise. I also love that apart from their instruments, they're also delivering raw energy and cosmic vibes. So says the instrumental description here. I mean, it seems like some fun, noisy music, some lo-fi aesthetics here. That hurts so much. This next record over here looks like it's gonna pique my interest. These guys are from Paris, France, so says their BANDCAMP. Here's a beautiful image of the band. It's an action shot. You know, it's not often you get a nice action shot in sort of a band promo photo, so shout out to them for that. The name of this project, or, you know, so it says in these parentheses, and your night is your shadow, a fairy tale piece of land to make our dreams. And they label it as being experimental, ambient, Arabic, field recordings, free jazz, free rock, krautrock, noise, psychedelic, sub rosa, Paris, and we have a handful of cuts here. A lot of personnel released in April of this year. Let's give it a shot. Could be interesting. Already just a minute into this single track, I'm catching those elements of krautrock, experimental rock. It's a little dark and post-punky too. It's kind of jammy, but I'm catching those Arabic influences as well, which is actually pretty cool. It's actually a kind of cool style that the band is going on here. Could definitely see post-rock fans getting into this, but what I like about it is that it's not just giving into all those post-rock cliches. I'm not even sure if I would say that's even a direct influence here, but again, I can sort of see that audience crossover with this. That's like a 5-minute cut. Here's a 7-minute cut. Not that we're gonna hear all 7 minutes, but you know, let's hear what the band does when they give themselves a bit more breathing room to kind of build things up, maybe. Ooh, I like that. Those keys? That is cool. I'm gonna jump. Whoa! You know, sometimes you jump and it goes hard, but I'm happy about that. Okay. Yeah, this track is definitely more post-rocky than its predecessor, but still, it's pretty sick. This is pretty sick. This one's eerie. I like this quite a bit. I'm gonna put this one in my pocket. This one's going in my pocket. This one's pretty sick. All right, next we're diving into a BANDCAMP from someone who goes by the name of Mexican Guy. So this page says he's literally from Mexico. And the title is Vaporwave is just 80s music slowed down and you know it. See, even people from Mexico know it. I've said it. Plenty of other people have said it. It's pretty much common knowledge at this point. The description says, this is an example of how stupid Vaporwave is. But I really like some of these slowed down songs. Tags being 80s, alternative, experimental, chillwave, echo jams, future funk, mallsoft, plunderphonics, retro, C-punk, synthwave, vapor, vaporwave. Let's give the track Hello Doctor, Please Lift My Face a shot. Sounds like Vaporwave to me. Oh, okay. You literally cannot just take a song and slow it down and and have it be Vaporwave. You have to, like, you know, you gotta throw a little more effects on there. You gotta chop out the bits that people actually want to hear. You gotta loop those and kind of create a funky, nostalgic jam with it. I mean, listen, I have shit on my fair share of basic ass Vaporwave, but it requires a little more effort than this, just a smidge. All right, let's move on to our next project from one Gimp Gash. This project is beautifully titled Britney Spears on Crystal Meth. Love the cover here. Love the red and yellow and black sort of color scheme here. Not much to the BANDCAMP itself. I guess you can get a limited edition CDR of this for $9, or you can buy the digital album for $8. And what I'm told is that this is just kind of a series of Britney Spears songs that are like chopped and screwed and sort of altered to the point where they just sound really weird. And who can deny these track titles? Gimme More Crystal Meth, Toxic Meth Fumes, Oops, I Did Crystal Meth Again, Lucky Tries Crystal Meth, Crystal Meth Bitch, Crystal Meth Drives Me Crazy, Hit My Meth Pipe One More Time. I think that's the track we need to try first. I'm sitting here wondering, has the song started yet? Is this the start? I mean, technically it has started, but is this merely an introduction, or are we truly into the madness that this track is going to deliver for the entirety of its length already? I'm gonna guess the latter. Whoa. This is kind of intense. Let's I kind of fucks with this. I kind of fucks with it heavy. Let me give a shot to Toxic Meth Fumes. That's where I'm gonna go with this next. I dig this. You know, it's I don't know, man. I just like a lot of weird sound edit, plunderphonics, noise, experimental, you know, sample stuff. And this is definitely kind of up my alley. I mean, it's obviously a little odd. It's obviously a little difficult to engage with as far as, like, you know, a formal review or something like that. But what Gimp Gash is doing, I fucks with it. I fucks with it. And it seems like she has like a little bit of an art blog spot too. That's pretty interesting. By the way, I've moved on to another project. This one by an artist, woopheadclrms, Meeting Room and Rare Plants. This project is said to be from Japan. And the aesthetics of the cover art on this BANDCAMP are incredible. A few YouTube links over here, SoundCloud link, designed by Hiroki Yamasaki. And the tags say experimental, pop, Japan. Let's see how experimental this pop gets. I have a feeling it's not really going to be pop, it's mostly just going to be experimental, and that's completely fine, but I just have that feeling. Also, love the CD art here. Packing leaves into the CDR case is smart and beautiful, and an interesting way to approach DIY packaging. People who are sort of doing their own shit, very smart, very cool. Support that. Let's go.
This story should last about as long as you can hold your breath, and then just a little bit longer. So listen as fast as you can.
Okay. This is like a self-help CD. Do I need to hold my breath the whole time?
A friend of mine, when he was 13 years old, he heard about pegging.
The sound design on this is crazy. Okay, I mean, I do this track quite a bit. It's pretty interesting. I mean, there's obviously not a whole lot of cohesion about it in the traditional sense, but it's all very odd and fringe, and the sounds are really vivid and crazy, and it feels like it has a sense of place. I'm not just listening to a piece of sound art, like I'm being immersed here into some artist's sort of world. I'm going to jump to one more track before we hop on to the next project. This one is titled Sacrifice.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, nice. Good meme. I feel like I am in like an astronaut movie and I've gone into a black hole, and the black hole sort of ends up becoming like this time warp through my entire life, and this is the soundtrack. This is the soundtrack. This is the soundtrack to that time warp. It's my whole life just flashing before my eyes in just one big rush, and I like it. It's pretty interesting. I'm gonna put this one in my pocket too. God, sometimes I wish I could just spend all day on BANDCAMP just bullshitting and just listening to random crap. This next album is from a solo project by the name of Giant Claw. The album is Soft Channel. It comes from a musician who I've been familiar with for a while now, Keith Rankin, who has put up some releases on this Bandcamp that I have listened to before. The cassette for this is out now on Orange Milk Records, whose exploits I have followed for a little bit now. And the track list is essentially Soft Channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's give track 3 a shot and see what's up. Keep in mind the tags here are electronic, MIDI, experimental, plunderphonics, and again, it's Orange Milk Records, so, you know, you're going to kind of expect this kind of weird plunderphonics electronic music, which we seem to be covering a lot in this episode, but I don't mind that because I think that stuff is pretty interesting. So, you know, this is a very Vaporwave friendly episode, I would say. This is the most vapor episode of It Came From BANDCAMP yet. This is beautiful, it's rich, it's entertaining, it's crazy, it's unpredictable, but yeah, it's also kind of engaging. There are elements of it that do have, you know, patterns to them, so there's kind of like a logical flow, but yet it's orbited by all this insanity. There's a lot of cool things about this. I'm going to give one more track a shot. This intrigues me. This intrigues me. It gives me a curiosity boner. Whoa! 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 How do these guys come up with these sounds? This is not the first time I've heard, like, you know, people editing stuff like this and playing together. Do you grab like a special effects CD and you're just like, like it's pretty insane. Like, the aesthetic of it reminds me a lot of One No Tricks Point Never's R+7, but it's just so off the wall. It's just so crazy. A couple more left here. We have SportBall MegaTeam's The Game Day EP, which Austin describes to me as a post-Jock Jam EP to get you pumped for the big game. Let's give a shot to the song It's Game Time. God, what is this gonna be? I have a feeling this is gonna make me want to die.
It's game time. Sports. 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 Game time. Sports. 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 It's game time. Sports. Sports.
Game time.
Sports. Sports.
Game time.
Sports. Sports. Game time. Get your game day gear on.
Okay, that's pretty sick. That's kind of sick. Obviously, it's a little ironic, but it's sick. Okay, I respect it. Also, shout out to DJ Ballgame, who this EP features. What a guy. Let's close up shop with one more, with one Tennessee Luke, with this Play Detective EP. You may remember Luke. He was like an extra, more of a regular, I guess, on Tim and Eric's awesome show, Great Job. And this new project of his is out now on the David Liebehart Bandcamp, and this Play Detective track, it's like a new single he has out, and this release on Bandcamp is sort of like a little bit of an EP with it, with a few extra tracks, some remixes and that sort of thing. Let's give this Play Detective song a shot, and I've already heard it. It's a beautiful ballad.
Everybody knows I like to play detective. Everybody knows I like to mess around with all the girls in town. I like to drift around and hold hands.
As odd and as silly as it is, and as encouraged as I am to, you know, giggle at this a little bit, this is some legitimately intriguing, like, outsider music. You know, it's very rough around the edges. It's very lo-fi. It's not, I would say, conventional in almost any form. And the lyrics are a little bit creepy too. So, you know, a lot of good quality, good outsider music qualities here. The links to all these Bandcamps are down there below, guys. Thank you for watching. This has been another installment of It Came From BANDCAMP. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get this new episode together, but I'm hoping to do these more regularly into the future. Feel free to suggest some Bandcamps to me on Twitter or hit me up on social media to annoy me to make another episode of this sooner rather than later. And you're the best, guys. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Transition. Have you given these Bandcamps a listen? Did you love them? Did you hate them? I hope you loved all of them. And I want to shout out one more over here. It is a 4-part, 8-hour compilation from the Dream Catalogue boys. Hit that up. That's also linked down there in the description for the hardcore, experimental, electronic, and Vaporwave fans. And that will end this supremely Vaporwave episode of It Came From Bandcamp. I'll see you guys in the next one. Over here next to my head is a playlist for the It Came From Bandcamp episodes that you can check out, or you can click on the link to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one forever.